I guess now that you've had a chance to kind of look over the box and everything, is there any one thing that you could point to that's kind of like the smoking gun?
Yeah, defense, for sure. I mean, you gave up 90-some points. No disrespect to Tulane, but nobody in the country is supposed to score 90-some points on us. And we've given it up before, but when they do that, that just letting us know that we're not locked in.
And so where was it just like a massive breakdown, or?
It just was not, nobody was together. You know, I know it was road game. You know, it's really baffling to me because we were well prepared for this game. So I definitely have to take this one on the chin as a coach because obviously I didn't have them prepared enough.
In terms of just losing shooters, second game in a row where that's kind of happened, is that just like not maybe respecting their shooting ability, or probably not respecting the shooting ability and just losing guys. You know, they do a good job playing 5 out, or they have a guy dive, they have a guy stay, and if you miscommunicate on that, then man, you'll get beat. And then Zion James made a ton of threes tonight. He's not shooting the ball as well as he did tonight. It's the same thing with the last guy in the last game against South Florida. Guys are just getting hot on us.
How hard is that to combat when a team, their whole track record this season has been not great from 3, and they come out and get hot? Like, how hard is that to like midstream have to account for that when maybe you weren't thinking?
Yeah, well, we're prepared. We are prepared to just play against if a guy gets hot, and like they did tonight, and we know what to do. We didn't stop it. We know exactly what to do. Again, that's on coaching. That's not on the players. That's all on me.
Was there any freelancing that you noticed, like out there, like not following the game plan?
Well, we didn't follow the game plan as well as we should have offensively either. You know, because we knew they were playing zone, and we knew we had to create these triggers to get us in the paint, and then we had to make decisions from there. So we tried to make it up a lot, and that's something that we've been doing a lot of lately. Because we've been winning games, we'll try to make it up for a portion of the game. We should just stick to the game plan. The game plan is already set.
Talk about getting to the paint. The first half, y'all shot 11 threes. Some of that has got to be like them baiting y'all into those shots.
We already knew. I'm sorry for interrupting. We already knew they were going to do that. We were saying we wanted to live in the paint. That's why we needed the screens. And once we got the screens on the top guy, we got into the paint, and then we go from there.
When they're packing the paint, though, do you want your guys taking those wide open shots?
I mean, yeah, you got to take the wide open ones, but we also are going to have a guy to burn, like this going to cut, and that guy was open a lot tonight. You know.
Is any part of the last 2 games allowing a bunch of points missing Malcolm? Like, it feels like in a game like tonight, having a big body in the middle.
I mean, obviously it helps, but we've been playing without Malcolm for 3 games now, so I don't want to make that as an excuse now. You got to tip your hat to Tulane. They did a great job. They weren't big at all. It wasn't like they had a bruiser like South Florida. So, you know, that's just all on our guys just not doing what they need to do today.
How do you avoid a hangover?
Man, that's 2 games in a row. And then we pulled it out last game and then come back into this game with similar stuff. I'll get back to the drawing board. We'll get back to playing defense the way that we know how, because when we want to play, we're one of the better defensive teams in the country.
Some of the offensive stuff, like not finishing at the rim, I think we saw that against Alabama, and I forgot exactly what you said. You said something along the lines of like it's a focus issue. What was the issue in terms of finishing at the rim today? Is it focus again or something else?
Just toughness. You got to go in there and finish through contact, finish in the paint. Just a part of college basketball. If we're going to get there, getting a close shot, you want to make a large majority of those, and we haven't been doing that. We work on it all the time, though.
Any large-scale changes that you see?
No, I mean, we just got to lock back in on what we've been doing. Now that these are road games, true road games, it's going to be way different than playing, those neutral site games. You got to be able to go into someone else's building where they're very comfortable and beat them.
What was the mood like in there?
The mood was bad because we knew that we let one go. You know, this is a game that you have to win. You know, when you want to be one of the better teams in the country, you got to win these games.
You were in there for a minute. What'd you tell the guys?
Well, we were in there as coaches talking just about for a while before we went in and talked to the guys, and just telling them, man, we just got to do better. We know we have to do better. 90-plus points is not what we ever want to give up.